Hello, Libra. So I get a nice view here for you. It's just a big reading. You're moving around though. Look at that. Boom. Excuse me. It's the morning. Sometimes I like to leave these out and do them right away before I do anything else, because we'll do anything else productive, I should say. All right. I think it's funny because I think all of the readings up until now, we've needed a lot of space. This reading, it finally feels like you have that space, just naturally. And I think that is a very important aspect to this spread here. There's been a lot going on in every reading, to be very fair with you. It's been a lot. But your reading, it feels simple. Actually, I feel like Aries felt simple too. There's a simplicity to it that I appreciate. There is this understanding that's probably what I was gonna say was understated. Just a commitment. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. I'm here, I promise. It's understatement, right? Uranus went direct in Taurus, but this is also about this, again, this greater commitment, an aspect of your life. This time to gather and assess. This time to be able to understand that just because you're not a part of something doesn't mean you're missing out. Sometimes that could make you or a person or the situation just more annoyed, complicated, hard. There's this moment where you come to terms with it all too. It's almost like if you want to move forward, you have to let go of some things that you thought you needed along the way, but really those are things you just acquire. They're not things you have to have, if that makes sense. Just come with the package. This isn't just about control of your situation and the balance of it. This also isn't just about your ego. This is about facing anything that you've been maybe protecting of yourself. This ability to be able to alchemize, to also feel through, yeah. The changes. What are you protecting? What are you not wanting others to see, even though it's very obvious to them already? To be very fair. Sorry, Libra. What's hard with you guys is that you don't really hide. Like, see, the thing is like you can hide things if people aren't paying attention. If they aren't really listening, if they aren't really like noticing certain tendencies, then you can get away with a lot. But if you're around others who pay attention, well, you can't. This is also just how you may feel disarmed by someone. You know, there may be this person, this Temperance, King of Cups person, if it is a person. You may feel disarmed by them in a way in which they're able to say what they feel. You're able to say what you feel, no matter, and not worried about like repercussions or feeling weird or awkward or like you're in the wrong place or like you're saying the wrong thing or too much. It doesn't look like you're saying too much anyway, but it looks like that this is and could be something very good, something very helpful, someone who may bring you opportunity to start new, who may remind you of that opportunity. Okay, you know, I dropped a lot of cards that we're always capable of. It's difficult. I'm gonna pick them up hopefully in order, but if not, it's fine, obviously. This Cancer card, man, this Chariot. What is also being reminded is that whatever you're feeling and whatever is changing through this feeling, whatever you've been actively a part of, is showing you the way out of a dynamic that maybe didn't work for you. So this change, perhaps the Pluto change, and maybe as well as love or a loving person, like a truly loving person who maybe is helping you with other areas of your life or is just a good person in your life. Or this possible love interest of a water sign, could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio, is that this transformation could have to do with the particular aspect of Pluto that you are going to be going through with this Pluto in Aquarius transit, right? So Aquarius, if you're a Libra rising, Aquarius would be in your 5th house, I believe, of family and creativity, performance perhaps. So we've talked about the roles that we play a lot, but I talked about it mostly a lot with Leo and in Leo season. that's when things started to like become clear, and I think that was a catalyst, that was a preparation for this move into Aquarius, because they are opposites, right? To an extent there was preparation there, but they are opposites, opposite signs, dual. And it could be that there's this opportunity for transformation looked very simple, but now it's very obvious with these next few cards here, is that what's being spoken to through these different people, through love, affection, acknowledgement, in these ways, is tapping into this greater potential. This love, if you're able to receive it, is tapping into what could be a long-term thing. You are consciously and with effort going towards and seeing what's held you back from having maybe the life you desire. It's maybe rolling more dice on you and less on others. It's maybe going after something that feels very vulnerable. I want to say, like, well, newsflash, when you're in transformation, like, you're going to be vulnerable. Like, that's just kind of, and if you're not, then I don't know if you're going through a transformation exactly. There's always some vulnerability involved. And this has to do with how you're perceived and being willing to be perceived by people who don't know what it looks like up close. Right? They don't know. You need to free yourself from that, because it just is it's no good. Judgment in reverse. While Pluto is placing judgment here, we have another Pluto judgment card out. Just let it happen. I wouldn't, it's funny because I've been in and out of placing judgment. Like, I've placed a little judgment here and there, and then I've realized, like, this doesn't feel good right now. Like, especially doesn't feel good right now. It doesn't make sense. Like, I feel like I don't have the right to place judgment because Pluto's already kind of doing that and, like, showing out right now. But this may have to do with friendship. So if at one point there was something you felt like you couldn't hold back, you may, when you get to that point, you may not want to say it. You may want to let it come out naturally, right? It can be so easy to point out someone's flaws, but you have to notice how you carefully point them out, just like with yourself. Six of Pentacles. Clarifying the Five of Swords. Yeah. You may struggle between fighting fair and not so fair. And the thing is that regardless how you do it, whoever is to be revealed will reveal themselves, right? This is so interesting. It's like the less you do, the less you say, the more people reveal themselves, the more whatever's needed to be revealed. It's so funny because it's just like very obvious to you what it's like to be more respectful of your own worth and your time and your energy. that you can like sense this and you're able to speak maybe not exactly how you feel, but in a way, right? And so many, for a lot of you too, like watch out for like love opportunities. Like a lot of people want to test this new feeling you're feeling. Cause like, let's be honest, Libra, we're not sparkly all the time, and it's been less than sparkly for a minute. There's been a lot of truth and understanding and this whole transformation that's happening that looked pretty, you know, clean, but now we're getting down to that nitty-gritty here. So it's up to you, right? That Five of Pentacles in reverse is like you're not stuck anymore. Like that weight is gone. And people and that person is revealing themselves. You know, people who like talk out their ass and then like look so bad and like they just do it. It's just like they're that kind of person that do it and like maybe not learn from it. Maybe they do, like maybe they don't. But you're not surprised, but you're also like surprised, but they're surprised because like they're getting caught. It's interesting that this is coming out because I heard that in astrology, like there are a few times this month where you will get caught. So, and we know air signs, and we're in air sign season. You like to talk. Be careful. If you don't want to get caught. If you're not going to be able to stand firmly in your ground. Right? Take responsibility. And let others, more importantly, take responsibility for themselves. Why is it that we don't let people do that? Unless you're a Libra who has learned that. Right? So you take your responsibility, but let others take what they need to take for themselves. And you'll notice you'll have many opportunities, whether it's a love interest or work possibilities, right? The whole point of these, as you're moving forward, this could just be personal, but is to further detach yourself from anything you've grown thus far because there's something else coming to meet you. As you work diligently to yourself, on what's required of you, on your life around you, right? This month, the work is in how you maneuver with your mind and recognize what's in front of you. Like, I joked with a coworker yesterday. I was like, we're in Wonderland. Don't you get it? Where everything isn't as it seems. It's true. Like, we're there. We're in Wonderland. That's the life we live now. That's the world, the culture we live in now, right? Let's expand this like to the macrocosm. And in order to be focused where you are, in order to be able to handle where you are, you need to see every opportunity or every flirtation or invitation to connect with someone as an opportunity to move beyond what you've already made, to be open to what you didn't think you could do, but because of what you're already and have been doing, it's closing out this chapter. Uranus went direct in Taurus, and that would be in your 7th house, 8th house of, if you're a Libra rising, philosophy, the way you look at the world, more in depth than that, but that's as far as we'll go right now. And that's what's is being pulled to shift right now. That's the opening that you have. That's the divine timing that you have. Like, this is all happening for a purpose of some magic, right? But not without a little compression, as we have these eclipses in your sign, and we're only just 2 months away from the next set. And it's like already preparing you for that set. Like, let's clear up anything that's, and it's hard, Libra, because there's always shit happening, of course. But this is I feel like this is preparing you for your own like sanctuary within yourself so that you can meet the right people. It's like if you really go in and mechanically and lovingly shift what's happening with you and what's coming towards you, as well as what you're putting out there. You may invite in just the right people to create with. You know, you'll be able to see them very clearly. We have the Star card that just fell out and the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. The Star card has not come out yet, I don't believe. Maybe in just the Aquarius extended. But the Aquarius card coming out, but it also being the sign which Pluto has entered, and also being the card in which we talk about intuition and really getting in touch with that. And I think that that's what Aquarius is like magically with the air signs. I was gonna do Gemini in a while, but I might even just do that next, because I just feel like there's something I'm tapping into with the air signs here. During this season, it could get crazy, but the best thing you can do is decipher, right? Allow each moment to be and see it for what it is, but also remember that there could be something to decipher. You know, it doesn't have to be, but there could be. But it's about trusting what you needed to hear in that moment for your intuition, to be able to be tapped into, relayed, shown. This ending of doing just what you're good at, or being used for what you're good at, and promise other things, or allowing other people's promises to dictate how you feel about your future, right? What they think you're worth dictating your worth. No more of that. Not that you ever did that, but you like a job well done, right? You like to know that people want you. Nothing wrong with that either. But it's okay to move beyond that now and get way more in touch with the side of yourself that, of course, doesn't appear glamorous, but you make it glamorous, Libra. Come on. That's how you just do it. Because the more that you do this comes after, because you're dedicating and being disciplined to yourself, and to yourself in a way that will help others. This is a huge part of what makes you you. And you are human. Even though you're represented by the scales, you're a human. And your intuition and your world and your life are equally as important as one another. So whatever's been situated in your life for a while, whatever you've been fixated on, you've probably had premonitions and intuitive hits about all this stuff already, but now everything's starting to shift because it's the time. Everything's been loosened up through your psyche and your thought process, and you're finally here. As many of us are, but you're finally here. Lots of insights to come this month. Pay attention as everything from that moves from Capricorn into Aquarius. Be kind to yourself. But being kind to yourself also means making some moves, Libra. Letting opportunities come to you. Because then the right one will really appear. You just have to be patient with yourself for that timing. Remember, that timing. Let each timing of an offering or a date or invitation or suggestion be just that. We'll see you next month.